am so excited to see this movie today. We are watching Leviticus, and of course it's Aussie horror. We love to see that, and I'm just really intrigued with like the concept of this movie because it is a more horror romance. So I'm just really intrigued to see like if it's going to be more scary or on that more emotional side, which I think it will be, or even like disturbing, I think too. But yeah, let's just go ahead. I'm going to drive to the cinemas now and let's see it. I just got back from watching it, you guys, and I really enjoyed this one. It was really good. Like, I feel like it didn't necessarily have like the jump scares that scared you. I think it's more about exploring like with homophobia and stuff like that, and really that emotional side of it, because yes, it was scary, but not in a typical like scary horror way. With like, obviously it's a monster that's kind of, because it's taken over these boys, and you can see it that it represents like the person they desire most, and that's the kind of monster in it. But it's more like depth in that and more on emotional side of it, because of, you know, they're being told that, you know, with homophobia, and that they've grown up in this church, that they're not able to do that, and they kind of want to just get rid of that and kind of take themselves away from it. It is super fast paced, I think, because it only goes for like just under an hour 30 minutes, so it's very short, and you can like pretty much within the first 10 minutes you can see the monster, the creature, whatever this thing is, already taking over these guys, and it kind of just shows us what they kind of have to go through and the decisions they have to make, whether they really, you know, still want to be together, or they just want to kind of separate themselves from each other. I will say as well, there's actually honestly like, it's not a lot of gore in this perhaps, but it's more just like violent. I would say it's more like physical abuse, and obviously that mental abuse as well with it. It does have its elements of gore in it, but it's definitely like, it more focuses on that like physical and mental side of it. I love as well how they kind of take us on this journey, because obviously with the main characters in it, you kind of going along with them, seeing, oh, is this the monster, or is this actually the real person? And you kind of going along with them thinking, because in my head I was like, okay, is this like the monster, or is this actually the main character in it? And it kind of, I don't know, and it got me a few times where like it actually does trick you, and just trying to see and figure out, is this actually real or not? I wish that this movie went for like so much longer than what it did, because it just felt so quick. I feel like everything, it just like went by super fast, and kind of the ending as well. I didn't expect, when the ending was coming, I didn't expect it to sort of end with that, but like I did like the ending though. I think it was, you know, I shouldn't talk about that because it's kind of giving spoilers away, but yeah, I just feel like they could have maybe like gone into a bit more depth about it, with kind of the backstory on like this monster, because they did go into it a little bit but not entirely. So I think with that, but I think it's more though, I think I'm happy with it still, because it does just kind of reflect and share like those topic of like homophobia, and how, you know, that can affect young people. Within the horror aspect of it, they did like include like some jump scares as well, along with just like very creepy and kind of, because it's like these, it kind of reminded me of It Follows a little bit, because obviously like the thing, you can see it kind of like follows you and represents like different people, so it kind of like scary in that aspect, just like them following you a little bit. So I found that like really creepy. Overall though, I think it's more sad and emotional than anything, because we see these two guys that generally like each other, and we sort of see everyone around them that's trying to prevent that from happening, and it's just really sad as well with the parents as well being in on it and, you know, letting that happen to their kids. It's like, why would you put your kids through that? That's just absolutely like horrific. So it really does shed light on homophobia, and I feel like I've never really seen that in a horror movie, so that's why I loved it. It was something different, but as well like sharing that story and made it still so horrific and emotional at the same time. A kiss of 4 out of 5. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I hope though, like, I just wanted it to go for longer. I felt like it just, I mean, that's a good sign though, that when you enjoy a movie that like it just goes by so quick. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I feel like it did what it needed to do with the elements of just that more emotional depth, and that's what I love, especially in a horror movie. I love when it has that more like depth to it, with more psychological as well. So I would like definitely recommend to go seeing this in the cinemas. But thank you guys so much for watching my review, and make sure to go watch some of my other YouTube videos as well. See you in the next.